Hello, amazing artists! Please be sure to listen to the book Art from Her Heart before getting started on this week's project. Let's learn about Clementine Hunter. Clementine Hunter was born in 1886 and she is Louisiana's most famous artist. Clementine didn't start painting until the middle of her life. She lived to be 101 years old. When she started painting, she didn't have much to paint on, and she actually had found a paint set that she started using. Clementine painted after she came home from work. She painted scenes from her everyday life on the plantation. Cotton picking, wash days, weddings, baptisms, and other scenes. Clementine Hunter is one of the most important self-taught American artists of the 20th century. Her works can be seen in the Smithsonian Institution, the American Folk Art Museum, the Oprah Winfrey Collection in Chicago, and countless other museums and private collections. For today's art project, you will need paper, a pencil, and something to color with. What you want to do first is you want to hold your paper in portrait view. And if you are in first or second grade, you want to break your paper up with 2 or 3 lines. And if you're in third, fourth, or fifth grade, try using 4 lines to break up your paper into 5 different sections. What you want to do after you have your paper broken down into sections is you want to create a scene from your life in each one of the different sections. So the scenes that I draw are going to be different than the scenes that you draw. But I want each of the scenes to tell us something about your everyday life. For example, the first scene I drew on the bottom, I drew a night sky because I'm a night owl and I love staying up late when I can. The second scene that I've pictured here is a picture of toasting marshmallows, one of my favorite outdoor activities. The next scene I chose to draw is some houses and trees to represent everyday life in my community. Please remember, your scenes are going to be different and you're going to draw things that happen in your everyday life. One of my favorite everyday things to do is to watch the sunrise or sunset when I get a chance. So in my last section, I drew a sun for that. One of the everyday activities that we have to do numerous times a day is take out our dogs. So I drew a little house and a little picture of me walking one of my many dogs. It's time to add some color. Remember, you can color your picture with whatever you have: crayons, colored pencils, markers. This week, I decided to use some colored pencils. I actually found this pack while organizing my basement, and it had so many colors, I had to test it out. Remember, if your pack of crayons or colored pencils or markers has one or more of a specific color, for example, light blues and dark blues, you can use those light and dark blues in your picture to color and give it different value and different areas of depth by having some light areas and dark areas. In this video, it seems like I am coloring very, very fast, but I promise you I am taking my time and I'm coloring pretty slow. I'm coloring in one direction and then the other direction to make some areas darker. Sometimes I'm pressing harder on my color pencils and sometimes I'm pressing lighter, depending on if I want that section to be darker or lighter. Clementine Hunter was a folk artist, and folk artists taught themselves how to draw and make art. The trees that I have made are similar to some folk art trees that I have seen, and you might try to make some of those yourself on your picture. I'm going to actually read you a little paragraph from a book I have on what is folk art because I love this explanation. It says, folk art is everyday people creating extraordinary works of art. This is the basis of folk art. Folk art relies on experience, community, and heritage rather than formal training. It is art that is felt rather than taught. Deeply rooted in tradition, folk art is an artist's feelings, ideas, expressions, and customs brought to life. Friends and artists, please remember that your pictures that you create are going to be different than mine. Maybe some of you do have something similar, like maybe walking your dog or maybe toasting marshmallows, but you're going to pick things that you do in your everyday life. So you're going to draw scenes from your everyday life. Please be sure when you are done your artwork to fill out your Google form to receive credit. And then if you have the opportunity to share this with me on Flipgrid, I would love to see your face and hear your voice and hear your explanation of your artwork. When you get on Flipgrid, please make sure to let me know your name, grade, and what class you are in, especially if you are cyber. This way I will be able to mark it down and give you credit. If you would like to share your art with me but do not want to share on Flipgrid, you can email me and share with me there as well. I am really looking forward to seeing what you create and to see what kind of scenes you would draw from your everyday life. Things that you do every day, maybe things that you do on the weekend, maybe some of you are going to draw school life or what happens at home life, or maybe your favorite things to do, your favorite activities. Whatever your everyday life looks like, those are the scenes that you are going to draw in each one of the sections. I hope you enjoyed learning about Clementine Hunter this week, and I cannot wait to see what you create. Until next time, friends, remember to stay creative.